Hey everybody, Monkey Wrench Mike here. I have to admit, I was in the middle of a project. I wasn't even going to do a video, and then I thought, why deny the people what they want? Yeah. What do you think? Lifting our engine mounts to Jesus, because you lift me up. Okay, I remember I had a lot of people ask me about this. One of my favorite cars is the, well, it's not even a car, it's an SUV. Yeah, the W163. Remember me piecing this together? Remember me using this to haul every car that I own home? Yeah, it's a fantastic car. This is the ML500, and I had a little bit of an issue. It was shaking a little bit. Let me show you what's happening here, okay? I want you to take notice. That right there, okay? That is very dangerous. This was a part, and it was metal on metal, and it was clunking. And it was also doing this. Let me see if I got my jack underneath it, so I can't show you how loose it is. But this tie rod right here is okay, so what we're doing today is we're doing the upper control arm and the tie rod. Okay, this is something you can do in your garage. I literally have 2 feet of space. So, I wasn't going to do a video until I needed this. And I needed this. Look at these tools. Yeah, a very, very nice viewer sent me these tools. His name is right here. So I want to say thank you very, very much. I didn't ask for this. He just sent this, another Christmas present. I make good money doing my regular job. So it's not like I desperately need this stuff, but I really appreciate it. So I want to say thank you to him and to Randy for some tools, and to Gail. I'll have another video coming out with some tools that Gail sent me. It's not required, guys, but it is so appreciated because I don't spend money on myself. I guess this is spending money on myself. I guess? No, I don't know. Anyway, well, you know, when you're a dad, kids come first and all that kind of stuff. So, other than cars, I don't spend a whole lot of money on myself for tools and everything. But I want to show you what's going on here. So I have, this is the upper control arm. I have these 2 bolts loosened. Excuse me. All right, much better. I have the tie rod, outer tie rod loosened there. So I'm going for this little bit right here. All right, this is the ball joint to the upper control arm. I have removed the shock. The shock is there. Shocking how good the shocks are after almost 200,000 miles on these cars. So let me put the camera down. Hopefully you guys will get a good view, and we're going to take this off and then replace it and replace that. Okay. Here we go, just like that. I gotta thank you, Mr. Brian. Brian. That's with a Y, not an I. These things are the bomb. They are platinum gold. Or is platinum better than gold, right? It's more expensive. All right, Brian, thank you so much. Those are a lifesaver. Upper control arm installed. All right, doesn't that look nice? Yeah, we have the wheel kind of level. We tightened it all up. I put a little zip tie, a little yellow. Little splash of yellow, little splash of springtime right there to hold the wires in. Now we're going to move our attention down to this tie rod right there, okay? I've got it loosened up. It should be easy to get out, and then we're just going to count the number of rotations as we take it off, and when I put the new one on, we'll put it on with the same number of rotations. Okay, let's do that. See? It no movie move. Yeah. All right, let's just kind of review. Look how loosey-goosey. See? Yeah, that's big trouble. Okay, that's trouble. And then where'd my old control arm go? Okay, you want to talk about bad. Look at that. Yeah, there's nothing in there. Just a ball. Just a metal ball. And this was all over the place. And that's why I was steering kind of funky wonky. So, excuse me. We've got that taken care of, but we're missing something. What's missing? It's the shock. All right. This is the shock. This is the shock with some Loctite on it. It simply goes up into there, and the bottom half, it just attaches just like that. Okay, so you want the wheel about where it's going to be living when the vehicle is level, and all you have to do is screw this in and screw in the top, and your shock is good to go. Okay, make sure you got the rubber thing up there. I keep getting my thumb caught in here. Okay, this should be a 21, if I remember right. Is it? Is it? Yes. Look at that. Okay. Ooh. Nice and taut. That's a good word. I haven't used taut in a long time. Okay, let's go up top and check out the top. There, is that better? Can you see where I'm trying to get? How about that? That's the best photographing I've ever done. Okay, so this is the shock. That's the top. Okay, we're going to put the little rubber part. It's a little rubber sandwich, yeah, between two little metal plates. Okay, and then we get the nut, and all we have to do is start tightening this up, but I got to get a piece to hold that on there right there, okay, because this will turn. So get a little monkey wrench. No, I'm just kidding. Get a little wrench for that, tighten it up with one of my new tools from Brian, my best friend, and we will be good to go. All right, look at that. Just kind of admiring my work. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Super easy, anybody can do it. So we have a new upper control arm with a new zip tie. We have a new tie rod end right there. Everything's buttoned up. I even got the little bolt here that holds all the brackets. I put my brake hose back into the holder because it was kind of sticking out, and I think we are looking good. So, job well done. Okay, guys and girls and people from all over the world, thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it. Please subscribe. I don't think I asked for that enough, but please, 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 please subscribe. The W163 coming back to life. Thanks for watching, everybody. Monkey Wrench Mike, out.